Alrighty, we are rounding to the nearest hundred. And again, the same rule is going to apply. The rule of 5 or higher. If my answer is yes, my hundreds number will go up by 1. The rest of the numbers after on the right will all turn to zeros. If my answer is no, it's not 5 or higher, then my hundreds number will stay the same, followed by zeros to the right. All right, so our first problem is 347. We're rounding to the nearest hundred. So just like before, we're going to underline our hundreds number. Then we look to the right, we look at this number 4, and we ask ourselves, is it 5 or higher? And the answer is no. 4 is not 5 or higher. So my hundreds number will stay the same. So 347, my 3 stays the same, that's my hundreds number. 4 and 7 simply become zeros. So my answer is 300. You can do the same thing here with 581. We're rounding to the nearest hundred, so the hundreds number gets underlined. And we look to the right. We look at that first number, 8. Is the 8 5 or higher? Well, yes, it is. So that means my hundreds number, the 5, will go up by 1. So instead of writing 5, I'm going to write 6, and then 8 and 1 become the zeros. So it is 600. 581 rounded to the nearest hundred is going to be 600. 652. 6 is my hundreds number, that's what I'm rounding to. And I look to the right. I'm looking at my 5. Is it 5 or higher? Well, it is 5, so the answer is yes. My hundreds number goes up by 1. So I just look at my hundreds number, it's a 6. The next number up is 7, and 5 and 2 become zeros, right? Another way to do this versus the underline and look to the right, rule of 5 or higher. You can make yourself a number line if you want. You can picture it in your head if you get good at this. Put the hundreds number, so I'm doing 581, let's say. So the lower hundreds number would be 500. My upper hundreds number would be the next 100 up, which is 600. And usually I try to picture where the middle is, which is 550 in this case. And typically, if it's in this range, my answer is going to be 500. If the number is 551 and up to 600, then my answer is going to be 600. 581 is going to be somewhere in here, right? So I got 560, 570, maybe 580, 581 is somewhere in here. And again, I'm just estimating it. And I can be off by a little bit. It's okay. But basically, because it's on this side of 550, my answer is going to be 600, just like I found out here. But I like my underline trick. If I underline and look to the right, this number tells me whether the 500 number stays the same or goes up by 1, and then I just change the rest of the numbers to 0.